Yeah, my inspiration, it's kind of all over the place. Neither one of my parents played music, but they always encouraged me to and always supported me, went to all my concerts. So, I did a lot of what I did for them, but, on top of that, I had so many people that encouraged me along the way. My girlfriend Winter does, and my friends and family, and then I have all sorts of musicians that I try to emulate. Um, I one of my favorites is Travis Barker. He's a rock drummer, and that's how most kids get into playing drums. If they want to be a rock star, like Travis Barker, and he's what got me started wanting to play drums, and then from there, you start listening to all sorts of other drummers, and you listen to the ones that your parents like from back in the day. Like my dad's favorite is Steve Gadd, so I had to listen to a little bit of him, and then along the way you start picking up some like orchestral percussionists that you like, and so I really like listening to my teacher in Denver, John Kinsey, play. He plays for the CSO, and so it's always fun watching them. How I ended up starting was I didn't even play really instruments other than a little bit of guitar through junior high, and then in high school, about the third week, I broke my leg, and I was only signed up for like PE classes and team sports and weightlifting, and I obviously couldn't do those anymore. So I just joined band because it's what I could get into, and just learned how to play percussion, and eventually ended up getting a scholarship in it and went to the University of Denver to study orchestral percussion. But along the way, you just kind of pick up drum set and everything else, all things drums, and I love rock music. That's what I first liked. But I'll listen to orchestral music or just small ensemble music or folk music, pop music, kind of whatever's on as long as somebody's playing an instrument to make it, I guess. My personal goal is to take music as far as it'll let me go. Um, and I just kind of leave it at that. You know, Everybody would like to make a career out of music because it's so much fun, but wherever I can get it to go is perfect for me, I guess. While I was doing all my classical training, we come across all these different techniques for, either they were just sort of written in the music and we kind of had to figure out what they meant, or we would go to concerts and see people doing different things, or we'd have musicians come in and just show us all their interesting techniques. And one of my favorites is just using a bow. You can use a bow on like any percussion instrument almost. It's like who knew? You just put a cymbal somewhere and you can just play them. Yeah, Tailspinner Lounge. That's the brainchild of Bill that I'm lucky enough to be a part of. And how it happened was he just happened to go into Guitar Center, which is where the bass player Aaron works, and happened to just kind of start talking and said that he needed a bass player and drummer and sax for this new gig that he's working on. And my buddy Aaron knows me and knows that of course I'd be interested. He signs us both up, and a couple weeks later, the first show was going on, but the show was already completely booked before we had any role in it. So we ended up just playing the intermission, and from there it just turned into something that we all wanted to stay a part of, and we wanted to keep moving with it. And that's when the idea got thrown out that we should all just start playing together and be more of a house band and be the the backers for everyone that wanted us, you know, to be on their stories, and so that's what we did. And we pick our songs based on whatever the theme of the show is, or you know, what people ask us to play. We'll play to make their story happen. Um, and I guess so far, my favorite part of Tailspinner Lounge is just seeing everyone's inspiration and seeing where their ambition wants to take them. Uh, you know, everyone's got sort of the same dreams of, you know, letting people see their art and hear their art, and we're all on stage trying to do that together, which is great, and why we love being a part of it.